Good day, learners. This is Easy Engineering. For today's topic, we're going to learn about fractions. What is fraction? Well, fraction simply tells us how many parts of the whole we have. For example, you have a whole pizza and it is divided into 8 parts. Then we call each of those parts a fraction of the original whole pizza. Now, how do we write fraction? We needed two numbers to write a fraction, one number on top and one number on bottom, and we will separate it using a line, just like this. As what I have said earlier, fraction simply tells us how many parts of the whole we have. So the number on the bottom tells us how many parts of the whole is divided, while the number on top tells us how many of those parts we have. The number on top and bottom of the fraction has a name. The number on top is called the numerator, and the number on the bottom is what we call denominator. If I have a whole pizza and it was divided into 8 parts, the number on the bottom or the denominator will be 8. And I still have those 8 parts, therefore the numerator will also be 8. So the fraction will look like this. Now, what if someone ate 5 slices of pizza? What will happen to the fraction now? Well, the pizza was still divided into 8 parts, therefore the denominator would still be 8. But for the numerator, I only have 3 slices of pizza left. So it means that the numerator will be changed to 3. So I still have 3 over 8 of the pizza. So that is what fraction is all about. But did you know that there are different types of fraction? Yes, you've heard it right. There are different types of fraction. Let's talk about the first type of fraction, which is the proper fraction. Proper fraction is when the numerator is less than the denominator. So if the numerator is less than the denominator, it means that the value of the fraction is greater than 0, but less than 1. For example, you have a fraction 1 over 2, or 1/2. The numerator, which is 1, is less than the denominator, and the value of the fraction 1/2 is equal to 0.5 if written in decimals, which is less than 1. Therefore, 1/2 is an example of proper fraction. Now let's have another example. If you have a triangle divided into 3 parts and then 2 parts of it was shaded, what fraction of the triangle is shaded? In this triangle, there are 2 parts that are shaded and the total number of parts is 3. Therefore, the shaded part can be represented as 2 over 3 in fraction. Notice that the numerator is less than the denominator. Therefore, this fraction is also a proper fraction. Another type of fraction is the improper fraction. It is a fraction if the numerator is greater than the denominator, and also the value of that fraction is greater than 1. So if you have a fraction of 8 over 5, we can see that the numerator is greater than the denominator, and also 8 over 5 is equal to 1.6 if written in decimals, which is greater than 1 obviously. Therefore, this is an improper fraction. Now let's go to the another example. There are 3 whole cakes that are divided into 4 parts. The 4th cake is there as well, but someone has taken 1 slice of the cake, leaving only 3 slices, just like what is shown in the video. Now the question is, what will be the fraction of the cake? In this example, the denominator is 4 because it is the total number of slices that makes up 1 whole cake. The total number of all slices of cake is 15. Therefore, this will be our numerator. So the fraction can be written as 15 over 4. 15 is greater than 4. So this fraction is an example of improper fraction. But look at the image of the cakes. You probably noticed that there were 3 whole cakes and one cake with one missing slice. Well, we can use the improper fraction, which is the 15/4, to represent the total amount of cake. There is also another way to write a fraction for that problem, and that's the last type of fraction. This type of fraction is called the mixed fraction. So in this image, we can use the fraction 3 and 3/4 to represent the total amount of cake. The whole number is 3 and the number of whole cake we have, and then the numerator 3 is the number of pieces in the incomplete cake, and the denominator 4 is the total number of slices that make up one whole cake. So based on the example, mixed fraction is a combination of whole number and a proper fraction. Here are the other examples of mixed fractions. So those are the three types of fractions. But before we end this video, let's identify first whether this fraction is proper, improper, or mixed fraction. So what type of fraction is this? Yes, it is a proper fraction because the numerator is less than the denominator. How about this fraction? What type of fraction is this? Right, it is an improper fraction because the numerator is greater than the denominator. Now for the last question. What type of fraction is this? Correct. It is a mixed fraction because a whole number and a proper fraction are combined. So, to summarize it all, the three types of fraction are proper fraction, improper fraction, and mixed fraction. Good job! You already understand the three types of fraction. This means that you are now ready to do mathematical operations for fractions, and we will discuss it on our next video. That's it, guys. I hope you learned a lot about fractions. Also, you can watch other video tutorials here in our channel. Once again, this is Easy Engineering. We make engineering topics easy and fun for you.